I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm afraid of the dark, of public speaking, of dying alone, of those awkward greetings where he goes for a handshake and I go for a knuckle bump and I end up looking like an absolute chump. I'm afraid of looking dumb. There's so much to overcome. I'm afraid of being mugged, that I'll never find true love. I'm afraid that my wife will wake up one morning and say she's had enough. And I'll be like one of those bums that you find on the street corner, just asking for some spare quarters. You see, no matter how old I get, I can't seem to loosen the grip of fear from my lips. I used to have a stutter and a lisp. My S's would sound like this. And it was so embarrassing to where even now the remnants of my stutter and lisp play a much bigger emphasis on my life than I care to admit. I can't seem to forget the not too silent diss from the kids in middle school saying, "Silly Michael, spit it out," sounding like Porky the Pig with a sponge in his mouth, soaking up all the S syllables as I would stumble over my words until I would just stop speaking so my stutter wouldn't be heard. And I know that may sound absurd, but I used to think that I was just this little dude whose throat swelled up in interviews for fear that stuttering is not what winners do. I used to tell girls that they could pick some bigger dude who can converse over dinner food without sounding clueless like Mr. Magoo. But one day God said, "Michael, in your weakness my glory will shine through." And I don't really know what happened. It was definitely not from any of my actions. Like a Holy Spirit chemical reaction, my stutter was soon overcome. So this is for the ones who think that no one notices, whose days are filled with hopelessness. I am living proof that you have a purpose, that your testimony goes further than just what is on the surface. Because if God could take David, a little shepherd boy, and make him king with no bloodline of royalty, if he could use Paul, a man who hated the church, to become the leading ambassador of the gospel, if he could use the disciples, men who were told that they were not good enough to become the foundations of the church, then he can use you. So don't give up and don't count yourself out. Don't sell yourself short when you have the Spirit of the Lord. Because there's no one who can break you, no one who can take you, no one who can shake you, because the one who created you is bigger than all of that. He's bigger than all of your fears from all of those years and those tears of crying on your pillows from those years of wanting to be normal. But God doesn't use those who are normal. He uses those who are willing to be themselves. So be you, the individual. Not the you that you piece together from magazine models or Nicholas Sparks novels. Be you, the uniquely created, special and sacred individual. You, the one with experiences, opinions, and beliefs, the things that make you unique. Your scars, share them. Your broken hearts, wear them. Don't let others' critical remarks pierce you in the arms like barbs where they hold you back from being you. Stay true to being you. No matter what others might do, stay true to being you, because in your weakness, God's glory will shine through. To stay true to being you. Boom. Now we have the world famous Jake Dixon to come and play us a song. Sit on the stool.